Alright, we want to give a close look to this piece called Oyler School Gets a Makeover today. We're going to use this to think about schools and also do a little bit of work on using the 3-read process and annotation. Our guiding question is, how does the condition of a school campus affect the entire school community? So it's one thing we want to keep in mind as we're reading. So I've written a couple of things down here already, including a word here that I was thinking you might not know. So in this process, the first thing you want to do in your first read is to give the article that you're reading, the text, a scan. So we're going to be looking through text here and see what we come up with. The first term I thought you might not be familiar with was this word terracotta here. So we're going to work with that for a few minutes. I bring terracotta in here. Let's see if I can get this to work now the way I had it working earlier. Alright, so we're going to start by typing a word in here, and let's see if I can get this to adjust the right direction. That ought to do it. Alright, so we're going to look up terracotta, and let's see if we can get a definition going on this. Select all, define, and there's our definition. Unglazed, typically brownish red earthenware, used chiefly as an ornamental building material and in modeling. Alright, so for our purposes then, I'm going to continue with this definition over here. Unglazed earthenware, pottery. And usually we think of this, a lot of times we're going to be thinking of that as just that beautiful sort of reddish-brown desert color that we find here a lot. Let's see if I've got this. Well, I've managed to lose the word terracotta, but let's keep that in mind here. I'm just put it right up here where it says terracotta. Alright, so we'll just leave it there. Alright, let's think about what's involved now in the second read that you're after. This time you're going to read the text more closely, and you're going to keep that guiding question in mind and do the read, stop, think, review, ask questions. And then we're going to write one observation over in the right-hand margin. So I'm going to jump down just a little bit here to the text. It's talked about how very hot it is and how old this classroom is and how hard it is for kids to stay awake. So I'm going to read a short piece. It would be tough for anyone to learn in that kind of environment, and these kids already have it tougher than most. They walk to school past boarded-up buildings and drug deals and often go home at night to hunger and violence. Their lives, in a lot of cases, are really a web of a tangled mess sometimes, Hockenberry says. When they come to school, they're so easily distracted. Alright, so we're going to give some thought then to those ideas, to the fact that these are students who have difficult lives, who are really sensitive to the shape of the building and the message that sends. So I'm going to take this chance then to... Alright, we were thinking about trying to take what we've read just now and try to make some annotation that's going to work for us. So I wrote this little piece just a few minutes ago here. Let's see if I can move it around enough. Alright, let's move it over here. Alright. This is along the lines of what you might be thinking about in terms of an annotation. And I'll just read it aloud to you. Right. So students are affected not only by the heat. The conditions also might send a message that they aren't entitled to a clean and positive place to learn. And that's a little bit about how you start to look at your text analysis that we're going to be doing together in class. It's a matter of first read, give it a scan, look for what you know, what you don't know, focus on the vocabulary. Second read, you're going to stop, you're going to think about what you're reading, look up, think more, ask questions. Then you're going to write these annotations over here. They're a chance for you to make sense as you read. After we finish this, we'll talk about that third read. The third read is at the end when you've given enough time and attention and you really know more about what you're reading. You've read the whole thing by this point. You've made a couple of different annotations like this, and then we're going to write some summaries that will go with it.